Hello, everyone. Everything you desire, everything you seek, already exists within you. The world outside is merely a shadow cast by the world within. And so I tell you, if you wish to change your life, you must first change your state of being. God is not a distant being residing in the heavens, nor is he separate from you. The divine presence you seek is within you, closer than your very breath. It is the power that shapes your reality, the force that brings your desires into form. This power, this creative energy, is your imagination. To put God first is to recognize and honor this truth, to understand that your imagination is the very doorway through which the unseen becomes seen, through which the impossible becomes possible. Everything in your world, from the smallest detail to the grandest event, is the direct result of the images you hold within your mind. Every structure you see, every invention, every circumstance, was first conceived in the unseen realm of thought before it was brought into the physical world. The great secret, hidden in plain sight, is that you are always using this power. Whether consciously or unconsciously, you are creating at every moment. The question is not whether you are creating, but what you are creating. Are you shaping your life through faith and vision, or are you allowing fear and doubt to mold your reality? To put God first means to become aware of this power and to direct it with purpose. It is to discipline the mind so that it dwells only on that which is good, noble, and worthy of being made manifest. Too often, people place their faith in appearances. They look at their present circumstances and believe that they are bound by them, failing to see that these conditions are but reflections of past thoughts and beliefs. But when you truly understand that God, your creative imagination, is the source of all things, you no longer bow before the illusions of lack, limitation, or struggle. You begin to live from the awareness that you are the master of your fate. The world calls this principle by many names: faith, visualization, creative consciousness, but it has always been the same eternal truth. Whatever you impress upon the mind with feeling will express itself in your world. This is why it is not enough to merely think of a better life. You must feel it as real. If you wish to experience love, you must feel loved before the outer world confirms it. If you desire success, you must walk in the knowing that you are already successful. When you put God first, when you prioritize your inner world over the distractions of the external, you gain dominion over your reality. No longer are you a victim of circumstances, tossed about by events beyond your control. You become the cause rather than the effect. You awaken to the realization that everything is responding to you, to the state you occupy, to the vision you hold. This is not a passive act. It is not wishful thinking or idle daydreaming. It requires discipline. It requires the ability to reject appearances that contradict your desire and to persist in the unseen reality until it hardens into fact. The world may show you lack, but if you persist in the feeling of abundance, the world must rearrange itself to reflect your assumption. This is law. This is truth. Many live their entire lives seeking proof before they believe, never understanding that belief itself is the proof. They look to the world to validate their worth, their success, their potential, never realizing that the world is only mirroring what they have already accepted within. But those who understand the power of divine imagination do not wait for signs. They create the signs. They see beyond appearances and live in the end, knowing that what they hold within must externalize in time. To put God first is to make this principle the foundation of your life. It is to refuse to be led by fear, to reject limitation, and to trust in the unseen with unwavering certainty. When you do this, your life must change. Doors will open where there were none. Solutions will present themselves effortlessly. You will move with a quiet confidence, knowing that the world is simply reflecting the divine vision you hold within. God is within you. The creative power of the universe is your very own imagination. Honor it, use it wisely, and watch as your world transforms before your very eyes. Your life is a mirror, reflecting back to you the state of your inner being. Every experience, every person you encounter, every circumstance you face is responding to the feeling you hold within. It is not enough to simply wish for a better life. You must feel the reality of it before it appears. The secret to transformation lies in this. Feeling is the key to manifestation. Many believe that change comes from external effort alone, that they must struggle, push, and fight against their circumstances to create the life they desire. But all effort is in vain if the feeling within does not match the desired outcome. The outer world is nothing more than a shadow cast by the inner state. If you attempt to change the shadow without changing the source, you will find yourself trapped in an endless cycle of frustration. True change comes from within. The moment you embody the feeling of your wish fulfilled, reality begins to shift to match that state. Feeling is more than emotion. It is the vibration of your being, the state of consciousness you occupy. You may say that you want success, but if you constantly feel inadequate, fearful, or doubtful, the world must reflect that state. You may desire love, but if you feel unworthy of it, no amount of external searching will bring it to you. The law is simple. What you feel as true, you will experience as true. This is why merely thinking about what you want is not enough. You must become it in feeling. You must live in the end, walking each day with the quiet assurance that what you seek is already yours. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are aligning yourself with the reality in which it already exists. And because the outer world is a reflection of the inner, that reality must materialize. How do you cultivate this feeling? By turning away from appearances and dwelling in the unseen. The world may show you lack, but you do not have to accept it. The world may suggest failure, but you do not have to agree. Instead, you withdraw from the evidence of the senses and immerse yourself in the experience of your fulfilled desire. You close your eyes and imagine, not as a mere daydream, but as a reality so vivid, so real, that you can feel its presence now. You hear the words that would be spoken if your desire were already fulfilled. You touch the objects you would touch, walk with the confidence you would have, and live from the state of already having. This is not pretense, it is creation. You are impressing upon your subconscious the reality you wish to experience, and the subconscious, being impersonal and all-powerful, will take that impression and externalize it into the world of form. The universe does not question or judge, it simply responds to the feeling you consistently hold. Many fail because they allow the outer world to dictate their inner state. They see hardship and feel defeated. They experience setbacks and fall into despair. But those who understand this law remain unmoved. They know that their feelings create, and so they choose their feelings wisely. They persist in the assumption that all is well, even when the evidence suggests otherwise, and in time the outer world conforms to the new state they have embodied. Doubt will attempt to creep in. The senses will tempt you to react. But if you persist, if you remain faithful to the feeling of the wish fulfilled, nothing can stop your desire from becoming reality. The world has no choice but to reshape itself in accordance with the state you hold within. Feeling is the secret. It is the unseen force that moves mountains, that parts seas, that transforms lives. Hold fast to the feeling of your ideal realized and watch as life bends to match it. You are the operant power. You are the creator. And the key to all creation is the feeling you choose to dwell in. Faith is not blind hope. It is not wishing for something to happen while secretly doubting its possibility. True faith is certainty. It is the unwavering knowing that what you desire is already yours. It is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, the force that transforms the intangible into tangible reality. Without faith, you remain bound by appearances, a prisoner to circumstances that seem beyond your control. But when you cultivate faith, faith in the unseen, faith in the reality of your assumption, your world must conform to that inner conviction. Most people live by what they see. They allow their senses to dictate their beliefs. If they see lack, they believe in lack. If they experience failure, they identify as a failure. They are slaves to the outer world, unaware that it is merely a reflection of past thoughts and assumptions. But the one who understands faith sees beyond appearances. He does not wait for proof. He creates the proof. He does not ask for signs. He becomes the sign. His faith is his evidence, for he knows that whatever he accepts as true in his imagination must by law become true in the physical world. To walk in faith is to live in the end, to act, think, and feel as though your desire is already a present fact. It is to abandon all doubts and contradictions, to refuse to entertain any thought that opposes your wish fulfilled. It is an unwavering inner conviction so strong that the world cannot help but rearrange itself to match it. This is not a passive act. Faith requires discipline. It demands that you reject appearances that contradict your desire. It insists that you hold steadfast to your vision, even when the world tells you otherwise. Most people falter because they allow doubt to creep in. They look at their current reality and seeing no immediate change, they assume that nothing is happening. But faith knows better. Faith understands that the moment a desire is accepted as true in consciousness, it is already in motion. The outer world may take time to catch up, but the transformation has begun. The greatest test of faith comes in moments of delay. When the senses tempt you to believe that nothing is changing, will you hold firm to your conviction, or will you waver? The one who truly understands faith does not waver. He remains steadfast, knowing that his assumption is law. He does not react to temporary conditions, for he knows they are only echoes of past beliefs. Instead, he remains aligned with his vision, and in doing so, he commands reality itself to obey. Faith is not about waiting, it is about knowing. Those who wait for their desire to manifest before believing in it will wait forever. But those who believe first, those who walk in the conviction of their wish fulfilled, will see miracles unfold before them. They will move through life with confidence, untouched by doubt, unshaken by appearances. And as they persist in this knowing, the world must conform, for reality is but a shadow of the state we occupy. This is the great secret of creation. You do not receive what you want, you receive what you are. And you are what you believe yourself to be. If you believe yourself to be successful, the world must reflect success. If you believe yourself to be loved, love must appear in your life. But if you waver in your assumption, if you allow fear or doubt to enter, you delay the manifestation. The world will tell you to be realistic. It will tell you to believe only what you can see. But those who live by faith know that reality is shaped not by what is seen, but by what is felt and believed within. They do not look to the world for confirmation. They create the confirmation through their unwavering conviction. This is the power of faith. It is the bridge from the invisible to the visible, from the imagined to the real. It is the key to all transformation. When you understand this, when you trust in the unseen and persist in your assumption, you will come to know the greatest truth of all, that nothing is impossible to the one who believes. Your world is shaped by the conversations you have with yourself. Every moment, whether you are aware of it or not, you are engaged in an inner dialogue that determines the course of your life. These silent conversations, your thoughts, your self-talk, your assumptions, are the seeds from which your reality grows. If you want to change your life, you must first change these inner conversations. Most people believe their thoughts are insignificant, that what they say to themselves in private has no real impact on their outer world, but this is far from the truth. The words you whisper in the silence of your mind are powerful forces, setting the direction of your experiences. If you constantly think of failure, worry about problems, and dwell on doubts, your world will reflect those inner fears. But if you persist in thoughts of success, confidence, and fulfillment, your reality will be shaped by those higher states of mind. Your subconscious mind does not argue, does not reason, and does not judge. It simply accepts what you impress upon it. The repeated thoughts you hold become your beliefs, and these beliefs harden into facts. Every limitation you experience in life is rooted in an accepted idea that you continue to feed with your inner dialogue. If you say to yourself, "I am not good enough," "I never get what I want," or "life is difficult," you are instructing your subconscious to make those statements true. Your mind will then organize circumstances, attract experiences, and create situations that confirm your assumptions. The key then is to become aware of your inner speech and deliberately redirect it. Instead of affirming limitation, begin affirming success. Instead of speaking from lack, speak from abundance. Shift your inner dialogue to reflect the life you wish to live and persist in it until it becomes natural. If you desire health, begin telling yourself, "I am strong, whole, and full of vitality." If you seek success, remind yourself daily, "Everything I touch prospers. I am always in the right place at the right time." These statements, repeated consistently, will impress upon your subconscious, and in time your world must conform to them. This is not wishful thinking, it is law. The world you experience is the outpicturing of the dominant conversations you hold in mind. Nothing happens by chance. Every event, every relationship, every opportunity is a reflection of your inner state. If your circumstances are unfavorable, do not look outward for solutions. Look inward. Ask yourself, what have I been saying to myself? What assumptions have I been entertaining? The answers to these questions will reveal the cause of your experiences. Your self-talk not only affects your own life, but also influences those around you. If you hold negative assumptions about others, they will act in ways that confirm those assumptions. If you believe someone is untrustworthy, you will interpret their actions through that lens and eventually experience betrayal. But if you choose to see the best in people, if you hold the assumption that they are kind, supportive, and generous, you will experience them in that way. This is why it is vital to guard your inner speech. Do not allow your mind to wander into thoughts of doubt, fear, or criticism. Instead, consciously shape your inner world by assuming the best, not only about yourself, but about everyone and everything in your life. Let your self-talk be filled with gratitude, confidence, and unwavering faith in your desired reality. At first, this practice may feel unnatural. Years of conditioned thinking do not change overnight, but with persistence, new mental habits are formed, and these new habits will in time transform your world. Speak to yourself as you would to someone you love. Choose words that uplift, inspire, and affirm your highest good. Make it a daily discipline to dwell in the conversations that align with your vision, and you will soon witness the extraordinary power of your own mind. Your inner conversations are the blueprint of your life. They set the course of your experiences and determine the quality of your reality. If you desire a life of joy, success, and fulfillment, begin by mastering the dialogue within. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled in your self-talk and persist in it until your world reshapes itself accordingly. Your destiny is not written by fate. It is written by the thoughts you entertain daily. Change your inner conversations, and you will change your life. Your life is the reflection of what you hold within. The world does not shape you, you shape the world. When you put God first, when you recognize that the creative power of the universe resides within you, everything begins to shift. Your imagination is the bridge between the seen and the unseen, and what you assume as true in consciousness must manifest in reality. Feel as though your desire is already fulfilled, for feeling is the key to manifestation. Walk in faith, not by what your senses tell you, but by the inner knowing that what you have accepted in your mind must come to pass. Do not waver in your conviction, for doubt delays while faith accelerates. Persist in the assumption that you are already the person you wish to be, and the world will rearrange itself to reflect that truth. Above all, master your inner conversations. The dialogue you hold within shapes the reality you experience. Speak to yourself in the language of abundance, love, and success. Refuse to entertain thoughts of limitation and instead dwell only on that which serves your highest good. This is the great secret of life. You are the creator of your experience. Put God first by aligning your inner world with your highest vision, and watch as your outer world transforms in ways beyond imagination. The power is yours. The choice is yours. And the life you desire is already waiting for you to claim it.